the room now, we have part 404 Purebred steer heavy domestic 502 to 540 kilograms. And I would like to mention you thank you very much to these ladies. An employee of Thomas Foods who's doing the Purebred presentation. So thank you again for most people being here. And we'll also be hearing from them a little bit later about his company and how they're going and where they're heading. So thanks for your help. Just a reminder too, you've got, as you can see right in front of me, in Brooksby is live streaming this, so if you do have any family or friends or anyone that can't be here today, make sure you let them know that they can live stream this at home and get all the sights and sounds that we see in front of us. So thanks again, Ben.
Filling the same specifications, so the heavy domestic spec on that 8mm on the P8 minimum and 7mm over the 12 and 13 rig. So it's still got all the muscle, all the shape, all the expression we can get. The very expensive cuts of beef, as I explained, are over the top line, starting from the rump triangle, quite a fair size, into the T-bone. Porterhouse, and then in the Scotch fillet, then start to go into the front end or the clotted of the animal. So, you know, it's only a small part of the beef, but the stuff that hits the $50 a kilo is all up high in the carcass. And that's why I stand here behind the stock and analyse that top line as hard as I do. Pretty good steer here to start that class, real stiff, real plump in his eye muscle, real plump in that hip and pin, steer that's very wide in his base. It's a heavy expression muscle, but it's not a coarse muscle. It's quite soft and the steam is almost covered up. So, pretty good steer. And I prefer to see those cattle that are a little bit softer, not quite as heavy in that rib area than the P8, because if you're over on your rib, it'll knock you about a bit in the carcass. Very nice, put together steer, go forward with him please. Right, steer straight away, just drops off his hip to pin a bit, hasn't got that plumpness that I spoke of, hasn't got that big, starts off good here and then eye muscle and just lacks a little bit right through that Scotch fillet, which is that expensive part. I like the fat cover, he's nice and healthy, that steer, he's got a beautiful hair type on him, just going to lack that carcass that go with Euros. When the Euros had no fat cover, all he had was scored very well. When they start to get the Euros, you know, to be able to put fat cover right around those triangles, you have to have a British animal that has that extra bit of shape. Fella here, a little hard to touch on that P8. Good indication that he's just got that sort of 8mm. He's not going to have any excess, he'll have it over the rib. That's his soft on the rib as he drops down and he's got off from the porterhouse area. Much steer straight away indicate a light bones here with a light expression muscle right through his pants here, right through the outside, the silver side, the actual top side of the steak is actually on the inside of the body. Got a lot of that secondary cuts beef, pretty even through his P8 there, not showing big indicators of fat, but has the fat, so that's a good indication there's a high muscle in that animal. Nice big carcass, nice big top line, structurally pretty sound, he can stay where he is. Fella here just expressing the muscle again, just need a little bit more shape down here, in that silver side and top sides on the inside there, there's a little bit more shape in. Grace here, nice little body. Nice little body on him. A good indicator of fat cover. Very soft on that P8. So you don't have the cover, won't have any problems. Length on it. Plenty of cover. Go towards, because his specs pretty well, that's it. He's a pretty good carcass. Go forward. Here with a fair bit of growl about him. Nice to hit the pin which I don't mind. We like to just fill him up in that pants area, get a little bit flat over his rib. He's going to have the specs. Just get a little bit flat over him. Fill him out a bit, put a little bit more carcass, a little bit of expression through that thigh. Sort of way, don't want that spring room and heart room, that engine room in that area of collar. He has got some expression. Probably not bad from behind, is he? You know, there's a fair bit of red meat in there. I like the colour when you go forward. A little bit harder to touch on that P8. Want these cattle, heavy domestic cattle have 8, want a little bit more expression through his muscle there for me. Here's an interesting sort of a toe, isn't he, this bloke? He's very, very short to the ground, probably has a little bit more waist in his heart room and his volume, but you can't get tied up about the carcass. Still got a big hip to pin. That's a lot of area there. A lot of area in here for all your primals as well. He's covered. Yes, he's fat. But still going to be a very good carcass. He's going to get smoked at the end for points, but as far as eating quality, he'll be right up there. I would like to take him forward, thanks. Really, don't you kick off. Your back. Big indicator of fat there, isn't there? See that big indicator of fat means not quite as much eye muscle, okay? So it's alright to have the indication of fat, but we like the eye muscle to go as well. So just a little bit flatter made through here, a little bit flatter made on his rib. I'll leave you alone, mate. Right, this fella here, it's a nice body, also has the indicator, but it's a bit flatter, isn't it? So it means there's more eye muscle in there, more shape, probably just a little bit bunched in his eye muscle, just a little bit short through his body. Well, he's got some red meat in him. Then go forward, please. Stand him up the best you can, mate, just like another minute. You'll see an inspection this fella. Always the point, isn't it? Hereford's soft, got the muscle. You know, just his hair type not quite spot on. You know, see that hair just gets a little bit better, so he's just not quite high enough in his fat specification. These indicators there that he could have a bit more. So I just like to see a bit more expression of muscle. Black steel, we'll come back to that fella in a minute. This black steel, buddy. Buddy. Nice indicator of fat. Pretty good eye muscle as you look in over the top of those primals. Yeah, pretty handy. Fella here's a bit piecey in his makeup. He's got that indicator. He's a big, lollopy sort of a steer, isn't he? Big stretch. There's a lot of heart room in that fella. A lot, it'll like end up he was able to mature, he'd be a big steer. A little bit of indication of fat behind him. Yeah, look, I don't mind. He would like to see a little bit more covered down right through those primals, but pretty handy steer. Like the base to start with there, so it would indicate the cover going to have plenty of fat. We're going to be very high up on his rib fat, very high up on his rib fat. A good eating style carcass. See him just dropping a little bit off his eye muscle because of that fat cover, but good enough to go forward. How we go at numbers, boys? Rightio, go forward. Right, and bring that steer up into the up here, please. Up into here. As transparent as I can, I explained, I've been as transparent, I was probably swinging this steer in the middle, but his short body has made me really analyse the carcass, and you put your hand back on that P8, it's got a lot of fat cover on the rib and the P8, and that's the shortness of the body carcass. So I like his fat cover, but he will go over on his rib. So I swung back to these two steers. Really high yielding steers. I like the steers you walk in, probably a little bit clean, a little bit under on his spec on that rib, but everything's going to hit it. It's really going to hit the middle. This steer here is exactly the same. Probably a little bit soft in his makeup. Can't see any seam at all, so probably get away, but still has a huge eye muscle. Got a coin, boys? No, sorry. Haven't got a coin? Really not much between them. Absolutely tremendous animals. All my carcass experience, you will not see three better animals to have in the top of a class in that heavy domestic. All his effects, all steers are able to breed. You know, they're not outliers. They're steers that are structurally sound enough to get out. Steers that you would expect to have a female at home in the herd. And I think that's very important. That's especially about that one animal to 100 animals in that specification. So I'm going to go with the extra fat cover. Go that far, and that's like second fence. And that's what I thought. That's the next section. Is that all you need? Tom? Got it? That's it for me.
Thank you for the everyone class 404. In positions are in first and second year, exhibit number 27, Glenvale Partnership, Glenvale, Breckvale, Mine Thunderstruck. Exhibit number 57 in the second position, Spence shows the Spence Fixes Ranger T3. Third position goes to exhibit 25, Glenvale Partnership, Glenvale, Breckvale, Navigator Blood. Fourth position in exhibit 36, Lakota Livestock, Carsview, Tom Cruise, T59. And in fifth position, exhibit 32, Goolagong Tracker, T44-3. Congratulations to all of the ribbon winners. And I'd also, coming off the bench for 25 is Tom Green, who's taking on the ribbon session. So thanks, Tom. Well done, mate. I'm sure you'll see more of him later.